episode of Poetry and Conversations. I'll be the poetry. You be the conversation. Poetry and Conversations. Feel free to come on in, share the video, like the video. That's what makes the channel grow. You could have been anywhere else, but you tuned in on this journey. This journey, I must say, it's not really in the beginning stages, but it's in the growing stages. See, there's a difference. Growing stages and beginning stages. I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers too. Again, let's hope it all translate over to the videos. That'll be perfect. But to more videos. But today we're gonna talk love language. Like, what's your love language? You can feel free to call in too. The call-in number is 248-242-2947. Maybe put that in the description. But you're gonna have to remember, I've said it a couple of times. If somebody do want to call in, which will be in the making soon. I know some be tuned in and shy. Well, I ain't gonna say I know, but sometimes you just feel it. You can feel it in the spirit. And the couple people that do watch, or that is watching, I've been thinking like, what should I call in and talk about? What should I say? Just call in and speak your mind, speak your piece. Maybe somebody out there that agree with you. Maybe you can bless somebody with your thoughts, with your motives, your reaction, whatever you got going on. But listen to me though. Since we're gonna talk on that intellectual level, talking about love language. Let me get into this piece on top. Listen to me. The way she spelled, I could tell English class was her favorite. Commas and curves in all the right places and completes her statements. Eyes wide bright, it can light the room. Even completes my sentences because she stays in tune. And the tunes that I pick, she dissect the verses. Our conversations are priceless like a coupon purchase. Separating apples from oranges, our mental performance keeps me elevated because the love is enormous. The walk of a queen with the confidence posture. No twerking videos because she's trying to prosper. Everything legit. All her shit got assurance. After work relations hit the track with endurance. So fuck a pill popping weed head chick. Intelligence is sexy. Intelligence is sexy. It's that poem of peace. Intelligence is sexy. Intelligence is very sexy. We can hold a conversation. Not being that you got to talk about the latest and the greatest or all the current events, but you know how to just listen. And not, back and forth, you know how to not only listen, but you don't have to listen to just respond. Like, the conversation can be complete. You can converse and hear someone's thoughts out and let it be. So that's why we come to get to love language. Let's talk about love language. There's so many different facets of communication through love. And I love to hear like what you think is your love language. Like, I mean, first of all, when I think of love language, I might not even have the right definition, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna tell you what I feel and what I think of when I hear the term love language. It's like, it goes back to that communication again. It's like how you talk to someone through like I want to say a third party, but like being me, like my love language is music. That's mine for sure. It's like I could just relax and just play songs for a woman and just watch her whole temperature and body languages change, like through the rhythms of the song or the conversation that we might have over the music while we listening to it over and over and conversing about it, and we both trying to pick the different angles of where the song was coming from or the artist, what they was thinking. And in between all that, it's me and the young lady, we conversing and learning each other through point of views. To me, that's a love language. When you can connect on a level to where, that's why in the poem I say she even completes my sentences because she stays in tune. And the tunes that I pick, she dissects the verses. It's like we can just sit and talk about a song and be like that's garbage or that's good. Like, did you hear what he said or what she said? Like, damn, that was deep. And if we agree on that deepness, we both can elaborate and put some on top of that, the conversation. You did. I'm talking about definitely going in and out, just having the conversation about it and understanding like, damn, that was some thought-provoking shit. That's love language. That could be many things though. That's why I'm curious what yours is, what a lot of people think theirs is. Cause I was just brainstorming and thinking like, okay, like what could it be? You could have people that might be, I think another good one could be sports. I think that's an underrated one, sports. Cause I think sometimes playing sports is physical, it's kind of competitive. It's aggression, emotion involved, and whether you watching it or you playing it, like, you know what I'm saying, like nowadays, I think it's just the competitiveness. It can build to some type of bond. I'm talking about in a good way. I ain't talking about in a bad way, to where you competing with each other, no bullshit like that. Damn, let's win together. Like, let's really build, like, let's do this. Like, okay, we see people working, or you go to a game. I think it's bonding in sports. Like, even people that play together, like with teams and stuff like that. That's why teammates bond together so much. Like, I'm talking about on a friendship level. But when it comes to the opposite sex, that love language, Even though nowadays you got all types of relationships, you gotta be the opposite sex. But that love language is something heavy, and I think that it can come across through sports. You got music. Like I say, mine is music. Definitely. That's definitely a love language. That could build like a soul tie. Because actually, it can come a point in life. And sometimes I like to remember people through songs too, sometimes, you know. I think we all, you know, music make memories anyway. That's a well-known fact that's off rip. Music make memories. So just think if, I mean, how many times you've heard people say in life that when they hear certain songs, they think about certain people. Or you might be sitting around and you can, I mean, to be honest with you, I can tell, I can tell when I'm sitting with somebody and they playing certain songs and they go down a certain zone or a certain road. It ain't even gotta be me. I can tell when they're thinking about somebody else. It's like I can pick up on the energy and I can tell like, okay, the vibe you on. I mean, it sounds good and we right here in this moment, but I can tell your mind is somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And people can probably notice it vice versa. Like you can be in the zone in the actual moment with someone and their mind be somewhere else. I mean, just think about some of them times, like you might have been in a relationship and it's that Sunday morning when your girl in there cooking or whatever, and they playing certain songs. And I ain't just saying like straight up in a bad way that they just gone somewhere else. It could be memories about loved ones, or it can be memories about family members or something, but you can tell that they going down a certain road or a certain path, a certain little rabbit hole of just memories condensing on their brain when they playing certain songs. I mean, you can feel it. Like you can feel the soul through the music. I mean, it's powerful. I mean, there's so many layers to all this shit, but again, you're gonna bring it full circle back to the language of communicating. And that's where your love language kick in. So being again, I say sports. Let me see what else. I'm brainstorming here. I'm thinking. Never be afraid to drink. Sippy sit with me. That done drove me back to drinking, you know. But that ain't liquor though. It's a little small percent up in there. I'm trying to think what else can be. Love language. I said music, I said sports. I done got freeze. I hate when I do that. Because probably when this video go off, I'm probably thinking something and be like, damn, the love language could have been this. It could have been that. I'm probably thinking so many different things after I beat and stop. Like I say, for instance, I definitely know music is a love language. And I say sports. What else? Give me some feedback. I'm trying to think. Well, definitely put it in the comments. Let me know later. Because I really want to. I'm really just curious of what just. Because there's so many ways to communicate without communicating. Body language. That could be a love language, I guess. Fact. No, I can't say fashion. Well, it could be. It's all about what angle you put on top of it too. So, because it is a way of expression. I mean, okay, say for instance, okay, let's dig deep a little bit. Shit, we got time. Okay, just say for instance, if you saw somebody wearing a shirt that said intelligence is sexy, you can have your different ways of feeling about it. Because first of all, this shirt or whatever, it don't have to be intelligence is sexy. But it might be something common that you can relate to. You can think to yourself like, okay, I see what you want, what type of person. I see your self-expression. It says a lot about a person, to a degree, that is. It can kind of give off a first impression. So during the course of that, when you get the conversation, maybe hairstyles, that a love language. It's kind of so subtle, but it probably can turn into a love language. I think it's so many layers to love language. I think I'm kind of overthinking it. That's why I'm so curious about what other people might think of it. Movies can be a love language. TV shows, kind of like that poem I got, old episodes of Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like I say old episodes of Martin to make you want to be in love. Because it's communication underneath. That's what I think a love language is. When I think of that term, I think of like the energy that's like undenounced, like not being spoken, but you just still communicating through like I say, through a third party or another type of entity to where we still like vibing on the level that's beyond like somewhere dancing in the middle of the mental, you know? That shit heavy. I mean, I wonder do people even think or feel like this, you know? I mean, maybe that's why the term is so vague, because in a fast-paced world that we living in now, where it's just me, go out a couple times and sex and mesh together and see how we vibe and see what we don't like about each other and fly off into the sunset and look for the next type of world that we living in. We don't indulge in like a love language. Now don't get me wrong, I can be one of them people too. We on that type of shit. But I do got the mental to indulge into a love language if it's a common ground and I feel it's worth it to really that battle to really just go there. That's some powerful shit. You gotta be real patient with it. If we patient like that, I know that Steve Harvey shit. I know that 90 Day shit though. I say that in one of my poems too. Like I ain't know that 90 Day Steve Harvey shit though, but we can learn about each other on the mental though. That's a powerful tool. That's a powerful tool. You have to work on that though. It's all about the patience. I get it. And I get it. I'm gonna get into another poem of peace though. Let me find something that can be semi on the topic somewhere. I know I got something. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this piece. It's a piece I got called Games and Beauty. I wrote this years ago too. Matter of fact, it's in the book. I'll be going to the source. That's gonna be on the top comment too. Pin to the comments too. You can pick this book up too and download it to your phone. But I'm gonna say this piece that's in here. It's called Games and Beauty. I guess this somewhat can be in the realm of love language, although it's not a love poem like that, but it's still a story that reflects. But dig, listen to me. Take Sarah. I care about her life in ways. We used to talk Egyptian walk back in our younger days. Up in Hutchins Middle, she was a little sedity, but now she known around the city for her ass and titties. Still pretty in the face, but her soul on gold. She lets you hit it for some weed, just give her blunts to roll. She had goals, be a dentist or a medicine chemist. The way she live is clear to see that them thoughts is finished. I hate to witness or believe what she's grown to be. I wish I could ghostwrite for her personally. See, just because you ain't rich, that don't mean you broke, going nowhere quickly. Listen to me. You wasn't on the road likely to succeed for nothing. So quit falling for everything and stand for something. Games and Beauty. That's that piece. Now you know that shit was I say that remote control changing, going Jenny to Ricky. Jenny Jones and Ricky Lake. Now, those some old TV shows. So that poem was in the book from years back. I remember all them shows used to come on so much too. All them shows. We had Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake. Who else? There was a couple more. Remember Jenny Jones? They was always having fake breast, the nerve to knock out, geek the sheep. Always had a person coming from the back that looked different from the picture that be up. All that shit was popular. Don't act like you ain't watched a couple of episodes. We always a victim. It is what it is. Yeah, that poem's called Games and Beauty. And as far as how I can convert that to the subject tonight of being a love language, I think I can dance on it as the fact of just observing someone, just observing the energy. Like I said, it was dancing. That was a little bit part of the language. Yeah, now that's a good one there. We can put that one on the list. Dancing, that could be a love language. Yeah, that's definitely one. I didn't even think of that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Dancing, because dancing is a self-expression, and it's kind of like when you was, like if you go to a club or when you was younger, you would see somebody dancing, and they'd be dancing in a sultry nature or a hip hop nature. I mean, sometimes a girl just had to just come get me look like, come on over here, you know. I mean, because think about it. If you really think about it, if you really just go on your Memorex and think about it, what made you choose the ones to walk up to and dance with, or just to get behind her and be like, yeah, I want to dance with her, you know? It's like, it's plenty of women up in there, but you would just zone in and just see that one and be like, catch that little eye contact and think, oh yeah, she the one, yeah. I'm gonna catch her dance a little bit faster and see if she keep a little more eye contact and to know if it's safe and smooth enough to go over there and, you know, creep up behind her. You know how we used to do. And that's what's wrong with these little niggas. They don't even dance no more. They don't, I mean, I don't know. I guess clubs and bars are different, but man, we was up in there. I'm getting behind it. And they don't even make the music like they used to. I don't even want to go down that lane because I don't want to jump on that old school shit. But y'all know what I'm getting at. And y'all know what I could say. But dancing definitely is a love language. I mean, just think about the energy. Like even ballet or whatever. They got all types of different dancing and shows and stuff without even words. But if you see a person dance, it could be like telling you something. Like it could be painting a story. It's like amongst a whole energy. I kind of think about, I don't know how many movie buffs I got out there. I ain't that big of a movie buff myself anyway. But I could think about a movie like Carlito's Way, which is one of my favorite movies. And I can just think about like when she just was on the dance floor, just dancing. And you know, Carlito, he was just looking at her. He just knew like he was gonna make her his girl. I mean, it's a room full of people, but she trying to get us attention, of course. And they just eyeing each other across the room. And it was just a powerful scene that maybe just came to mind real quick. And she just was looking at him across the room, just dancing, just giving him that energy to, like, even if we don't see each other for the rest of the night, you're gonna remember me and we can probably be something. It's just that choosing, you know, that option to get chose. So definitely we got that. Let's put that on the list. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna think of more, like I say, once the video over with, or put it in the comments so people give me ideas. But the dance, but I guess it could be because sometimes indirectly it can be an energy. Like I say, I don't want to think too vague of it. I don't want to think too deep and overthink what the love language whole phrase for now can be and is. Because it can be seen so many different ways. But sometimes you can watch somebody and pick up on the energy of how they talk and communicate to other people, you know. Like watch them from afar. A lot of women definitely do that. They ain't gonna tell you, but they do that. What's that camp stamp say? Action is love language. Action, that's a love language. All these things we saying are action though, because sports is an action, so that kind of go in the category. I can see where you're going with that. Action is a love language, but what action though? Like, what action? Because I said sports. I said sports is the love language. So, I mean, like being whole physical. Oh, unless you're talking about the act of, now that's the whole nothing energy. I mean, that's a whole mesh up. I mean, as far as love making, ooh, yeah, that we could put love making in it. That's a love language because some people want they sex and love a certain way. Like you'll be surprised how many people want to argue just to have their sex a certain way, or some people put themselves in a submissive behavior just to have sex a certain way, or they love. And during the course of all that, they communicating. So now we talking about that type of action, that action. Now we talking about that. We can go on for that for a while because that energy is very consuming, and people talk through and through that. Some people become a whole nother person with love making and sex, and they want that person just to stay right there. She might be crazy as hell, but in that bedroom, she want that submissiveness. She want that energy to convert to a whole other. She like after all the shit I done went off on you on, take that shit out on me in the bedroom. And now it's your turn to be king. But you gotta watch that shit too, because sometimes that's a mind game. Cause they be thinking, okay, you can win right here, but over here, you ain't getting off shit. So you kind of got to be careful with some of that stuff you convert over, because sometimes I don't want to get too deep, but sometimes the energy in the bedroom don't always convert over to the energy of real life and purpose and getting things done. Like one might be a dominant over here, but then when it comes to this, they might be past a little bit passive at the wrong time, and things don't convert the same way, or vice versa, or one might be submissive this way, but in the whole ordeal in the scheme of things, when the bitch come out, you don't want to deal with that, and especially if you thinking the two gonna offset and keep y'all together just because you got a working relationship to where y'all have to be together over here for this to this. Y'all trying to clash like this on this level the same way you're doing in the bedroom and thinking it's gonna balance out. Nah. Those are two different worlds. Some people free themselves through sex, all that. You already know talking sex and all that. That's a whole nother episode. Well, I just want to come in and talk. Feel free to comment. Put it in your love language. I appreciate you for rocking out. Let me see what my guy counts. I say, I'm just talking about showing your love by doing all that action. Whereas some people could say they love you but never show it by action. Yes, indeed. Okay, I get you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna get with y'all though. I just came in, so I'm gonna pull these off. I get with y'all though. I'm like I said, I might squeeze in the Sundays, but definitely the Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 o'clock. I ran a little bit late today. Had to make a stop. Stiggity. I'm about to get my nice time. I'm about to go perform tonight, man. I gotta be around the energy. So I got a show coming up, so I gotta hit these stages and get loose and I went out last night too. I had my bar, man. I need footage, man. You never just had so much fun. I'm talking about this performance. I'm talking about I need the footage of that shit. I had a good time. And what's so crazy, I almost didn't even go. I was this close to not going out last night to go perform. I was this close to not going. But when I went, man, I gave it to their ass. Gave them that Raptalk, baby. I'm talking about, dog couldn't even get through the poems and shit. People just, conversing and screaming out, and boom, I had to start over about a couple of times and Go back. It's just some powerful shit, man. I mean, it's just a bug you can get when you really just love what you're doing and walking in your purpose and shit like that, and the energy just reciprocate itself like that. Man, it's a powerful feeling. You can't explain that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna go hit the mic up tonight, though. You know, since the mic is open, I'm gonna go grab it, talk that shit, get in that rap talk. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Be sure to write down your love languages. Put it in. I know it's probably some things I forgot about. I didn't think of. I mean, this is all live. Ain't no retakes or stop. Boom, boom, boom. But unfortunately, it's about to stop. I'll get with y'all next time. I might see y'all Sunday, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock. Poetry and conversations. I'll get with y'all. Rap talk.